XRP is expected to surge to a new high of $1.50 in the near future, despite the continuing U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) litigation against Ripple. Watch till the end to find out how to double the money. With that said, let's roll that intro and get started with today's video. Before we get into the video, don't forget to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure to enable all your notifications to our channel to keep up with all the hottest secrets in the world of XRP. Without further ado, let's dive in. Note that the prices of cryptocurrencies frequently change, so by the time you watch this video, it might have changed to a whole new value. The information provided in this video does not constitute financial advice or any other sort of advice.
Financial situation.
On September 2, XRP soared to new highs in anticipation. As a result, traders are speculating that Ripple will take over the SEC in the ongoing dispute. Furthermore, the XRP-USD exchange rate skyrocketed to 4.74%. The 4.74% increase pushed the price of XRP to $1.29.6, a high not seen since August 23. It's worth noting that the XRP-USD exchange rate increased mostly due to a large increase in trading volume. However, this provided some reassurance, confirming traders' determination to back any forthcoming XRP rally. Furthermore, the research stated that XRP is expected to rise in the coming week. This bullish trend in XRP appears to be similar to how other digital currencies are currently functioning. Digital asset regulation has recently been one of the most hotly debated topics in the trading business, notably in the United States. The Securities and Exchange Commission of the United States has been chastised for allegedly failing to provide regulatory clarity to market players and blockchain startups, with the SEC versus Ripple litigation now presenting an opportunity for a legal precedent. After reading SEC Chair Gary Gensler's interview with the Financial Times, Nigel Green, CEO and creator of deVere Group, has decided to join the conversation. Mr. Gensler stated that when it comes to public policy requirements such as investor protection, preventing criminal conduct, and ensuring financial stability, crypto assets were no different from any other. Mr. Gensler's future-focused and pragmatic approach to cryptocurrencies was praised by deVere Group's CEO in response to that statement. Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, and XRP, to name a few, are here to stay. As financial assets and mediums of trade, cryptocurrency is here to stay, according to Nigel Green. As a result, they must be integrated into the regulatory framework and held to the same high standards as the rest of the financial system. The most effective method to do this is through exchanges. The SEC, according to Nigel Green, needs more market power because there's a clear direction of travel. Both institutional and retail investors are increasingly taking Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies seriously. A stronger SEC could help protect investors, make the industry more robust, combat Bitcoin criminality, and lower the risk of global financial stability being disrupted, he said, adding that the SEC's work is something that everyone should support. The comment appears to move in the opposite direction of many people in the Bitcoin community. Two SEC commissioners have expressed worry about the SEC's practice of regulation by enforcement, which lacks clarity. Mark Cuban recently chastised the SEC chair for just that type of behavior from the banking regulator. The SEC has also been chastised for possible conflicts of interest in the handling of XRP and Ripple, prompting an independent probe. The Securities and Exchange Commission has received an FOIA Freedom of Information Act request from Empower Monitoring, a nonprofit, nonpartisan educational group dedicated to improving independent oversight of government and corporate malfeasance. During the tumultuous case against Ripple and its individual defendants, the FOIA request seeks correspondence between SEC officials and their current and past employers. Empower Oversight is also seeking anyone with first-hand knowledge of the situation to come forward and help the organization with its investigations.
Investigation?
Are you still watching? Because now it will get real. Don't miss what is about to be released in this video. The SEC versus Ripple case appears to be the final straw, as the sector has banded together to combat the regulation by enforcement approach. Two of the organization's own commissioners have spoken out against the practice. Hester Pierce and Elad Roisman of the Securities and Exchange Commission have agreed that there is a lack of transparency and have recommended fewer enforcement proceedings in favor of a clear regulatory framework for digital assets. The comment was dismissed by the SEC as only their own opinions. A new regulatory framework may be on the way, as it was just introduced in Congress, and a legal expert has already declared that, under the upcoming bill, XRP would not be subject to the SEC. The public learned this week that Ripple discovered the SEC attempted to remove subtopics pertinent to the complaint from the transcript. The following statement by William HINMAN was omitted. You phone 10 different law firms, they give you 10 different replies, each with its own unique spin. It's as if your speech's white light passed through a prism, resulting in 10 various colors of legal advice. Since the outset, John DEATON, an attorney for the XRP holders who have filed a motion to intervene in the SEC versus Ripple case, has openly stated that SEC officials' conflict of interest is plausible. He revealed his personal gain theory in early January 2021. Mr. DEATON proposed a line of questioning prior to William HINMAN's deposition that would put pressure on the ex-SEC official in regards to claims of conflict of interest. Since late November 2020, the price of Ripple has been consolidating, with higher highs and lower lows. The development of an ascending parallel channel is achieved by connecting trend lines along with higher highs and higher lows. So far, the price of XRP has managed to recover off the lower trend line that was established on July 20 and has also shown resilience to corrections, showing the presence of significant buyers. Ripple has bounced off the second hurdle at $1.09 and is on the verge of breaking over a resistance level at $1.27. If the bulls can close decisively over $1.27, it will signal the start of a new upswing and boost the price of XRP by 36% to $1.70, the third hurdle. In a highly bullish scenario, Ripple might continue its ascent and attempt to retake the all-time high of $3.31 or extend the bull run even farther by aiming to retest the 2021 high of $1.96. Without substantial downswings, the Ripple price has managed to stay above the support levels, indicating that its investors are willing to accumulate. As a result, the price of XRP must remain above $1.01 in order for the uptrend to continue. If $1.01 is broken, a lower bottom will be formed, undermining the bullish premise. This adjustment is expected to result in a 16% drop in price to 84.2 cents. Ripple's ecosystem is still growing, as evidenced by a recent announcement. This new breakthrough is likely to position XRP Ledger, XRPL, as a smart contract contender to ETH and BSC, as XRPL plans to enable smart contracts on the XRPL. On June 7, David Schwartz, Ripple's Chief Technology Officer, CTO, introduced this functionality to the public at a presentation of his vision. Federated Sidechains is the name of this new feature. The cryptocurrency community will benefit greatly from this new innovation, as they will be able to effortlessly manage a sidechain to XRPL. Federated Sidechains' major goal is to enable developers to build more wonderful features like smart contracts.
Wonderful!
Furthermore, XRP developers will have the opportunity to run tests on a sidechain while accessing the full capabilities of the XRPL. The introduction of Federated Sidechain was motivated by the fast-increasing decentralized finance (DeFi) field and the growing popularity of smart contracts. Additionally, David noted that the program, known as Federator, would act as a link between sidechain and the XRPL. Each sidechain would have its own ledger and transactions, as well as a federation mechanism that would allow XRP and sidechain-issued tokens, BTC, Fiat, CBDC, to travel from one sidechain to the next. As is customary, XRP will be used as the native token to power the main XRPL. Furthermore, XRP can be utilized as the native token for running sidechains, or any application developed on top of the sidechains can issue its own tokens that are compatible with XRPL. Federated Assets will be the name of these new tokens. XRPL's integrated decentralized exchange would trade federated assets imported onto the platform DEX. On the XRPL integrated DEX, XRP loaded onto sidechains would also be used for liquidity. As a result, the adoption of this sidechain capability is highly good news for the XRP coin, as it will generate new demand for XRP. Once this new feature is implemented, expect XRP to surge into the crypto rankings. And with that, we have come to the end of our video. We hope you enjoyed the video, and let us know in the comments how much your crypto will be worth next year. Make sure to subscribe and give us a thumbs up. See you later!